There is a certain peace that comes from letting things go. Surrounding ourselves with things that makes us feel good and letting the rest go actually makes us happy. There is also scientific evidence to support the negative feelings we feel when we are surrounded by clutter all of the time, and the positive feelings we experience when we declutter or make more space. At the end of the day, our homes are a reflection of our minds. Our environments are always a reflection of our minds. Thanks again for joining me today. Please like my page if you're on Facebook, follow me on Instagram, or subscribe to my YouTube channel. Also remember, hit the like button if you enjoyed this video, and please share it with your family and your friends so that it can help them too.
So the big question is, how do women like us, who are wearing so many different hats each day, and who don't cheat by looking like we have everything under control, take back our homes and life, free from the chains of clutter? How do we simplify, get started, get unstuck, let things go and create more time, so that we can truly focus on what is essential for a happy and healthy life with our loved ones? That is the question, and this show will give you the answers. My name is Lizelle Tenton, and welcome to the Vanilla Essence Show.
That is actually how our environments are created. You have a thought that starts in your mind, and that thought leads to an emotion, a feeling like excitement, concern, or worry. And that emotion or feeling again leads to an action or behavior. And those same actions or behaviors repeated becomes a habit. And it is those habits that directly result into our environments, that which we are surrounded with. So our environments are a reflection of our minds. And our environments actually says a lot about us, if we like it or not. So for example, you have a ton of stuff that you are holding on to that you don't use now, but that you are keeping for just in case, which is in the future. Now that could indicate that you fear or distrust the future, like you have to gather for the future to make sure that you're going to be okay. On the other hand, if a lot of the clutter in your home belongs to someone else, it could say that you might have trouble setting proper boundaries for yourself, something you can maybe work on to change that. And if you hold on to a bunch of stuff you don't use anymore, like the kids' old toys or old clothes, things from college or high school, that could indicate that you have trouble letting things go, or there might be a part of your past that you haven't dealt with yet. You might even feel like your best years is behind you and you struggle to embrace who and where you are right now. And if you're holding on to a lot of stuff that you really like, but you would never use, this could mean that you have this ideal version of yourself, which we all do in some kind of sense, but is also hindering us to accept and enjoy who we are right now. So let's look at some of the psychological effects of clutter, or the way I like to say it, let's look at how clutter can mess you up. Being constantly surrounded by clutter and chaos causes stress, and it can also lead to increased cortisol levels, which is a stress hormone. Now, how does this affect or impact our daily lives? Well, constant increases in our cortisol levels can alter the structure of our brain, which can make us more sensitive to stress. And that again can lead to chronic stress. Not something I want to be challenged with within this already crazy and so busy world. And did you ever realize that clutter influences how you think and feel about yourself? Usually when you have your home together, it feels like you have it all together, and the opposite also stands true. Constantly being surrounded by clutter can lead to feelings of low self-worth, inadequacy, and even depression. Interestingly enough is that your environment is not only just a reflection of your mind, but it is also a feedback loop to your mind. You see, your mind and your thoughts influence your environment. But then again, your environment also influences your mind and your thoughts because you are surrounded by it every single day. And what you surround yourself with reinforces the thoughts and the beliefs that you already have about whether or not you have it all together. It also, in a sense, indicates how much you are willing to tolerate inside your own life, what you feel like your worth is, or what you are worth surrounding yourself with. Clutter is a huge distraction and it reduces focus. Clutter is distracting, full stop. Now, you just go and sit down and try to work on your laptop when there is piles of stuff around you that needs some action. It causes our brains to try and shift into this multitasking mode. And as we all know by now, that multitasking is not a real thing. Our brains aren't actually designed to focus on more than one thing at a time. So your mind starts jumping from the one thought to the other, and this greatly distracts us from any kind of thing that we are trying to do or focus on. And in the end, you get nothing or very little done. Multitasking and juggling a million things might sound impressive, but in reality, it is decreasing our efficiency. It just runs you into the ground with both time and energy. Clutter also has a big impact on our behavior. I mean, we get our energy from our environment, from that which we surround ourselves with. You will never feel rejuvenated and rested in a chaotic house. But just walk into a serene environment and it immediately makes you feel calm and relaxed. It actually physically loosens and relaxes your muscles, and it changes your mood. Have you noticed how sterile environments, like a dentist's room, for example, can make you feel uptight or a bit on the edge? Whereas chaotic and cluttered environments, again, tend to bring on the behavior of just being defeated. So if you want to change something or make an improvement in your life in any way, the first place you should start should be in your home, that space with which you surround yourself with. Make sure that your environment is supporting the changes that you want to see in your life or that you are trying to make, because otherwise, clutter can really mess you up. Thanks again for joining me today. Please like my page on Facebook, follow me on Instagram, or subscribe to my YouTube channel. But first, hit that like button if you enjoyed this video, and please share it with your family and your friends so that it can help them too.